is that this beautiful manicured property that Joelle's grandfather Jean-Guy has graciously offered them is absolutely perfect for this occasion. So today they're honored to be surrounded by nature and embraced by each one of you as they share this unforgettable moment.
So how's everybody doing?
We're all gonna look away.
Yeah, that's good.
This is the first day of my life, and so I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, these things take forever. I especially am slow. But I realized that I need you, and I wondered if I could come home. Remember the time we drove all night just to meet me in the morning? And I thought it was strange, you said everything changed. You felt as if you just woke up.
Yeah.
And you said, this is the first day of my life. I'm glad I didn't die before I met you. But now I don't care, I could go anywhere with you, and I'd probably be happy. So if you wanna be with me, but these things there's no telling, we just have to wait and see. But I'd rather be working for a paycheck than waiting to win the lottery. Besides, maybe this time it's different. I mean, I really think you like me. This is the first day of my life. I swear I was born right in the doorway. I went out in the rain, suddenly everything changed. They're spreading blankets on the beach. Yours is the first face that I saw. I think I was blind before I met you. I don't know where I am, I don't know where I've been, but I know where I want to go.
Go around this way. Go around the circle.
So I thought I'd let you know.
Good job, girl.
Yeah, these things take forever. I especially am slow. But I realize that I need you.
I don't actually know where they need to go.
Please stand if you're able.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the air beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. A simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting tired and I need someone
for everything.
Talk about it
I'm so
somewhere
happy and proud. Oh, do we have to go?
Yeah, we're on.
Please be seated. And I think they all deserve a wild round of applause.
So good.
Meeting up with your closest friends and family for the sole purpose of celebrating has not been a routine activity, especially in the last few months. Most of our days have been fairly mundane. Today, we celebrate. Today, we get to witness pure beauty and pure joy. With a few modifications from their previous plans, today we affirm the love that surrounds Joelle and Mike as they make public their commitment to each other. Au milieu de la tourmente de notre monde, avec les défis et les préoccupations que cette année nous apporte, c'est avec une joie profonde et un sentiment d'émerveillement et de respect que nous nous arrêtons pour affirmer le pouvoir de l'amour. Ici avec vous, amis et famille, pour célébrer le mariage de Joelle et Mike. Each of you has played a part, big and small, in bringing Joelle and Mike to this moment, and they wish for your continued support. Chacun d'entre vous occupe une place bien particulière dans leur vie, et l'amour et l'appui que vous leur témoignez seront toujours très appréciés. Permettez à vos cœurs de devenir paisibles et calmes et reposez-vous dans l'amour qui vous a amené ici aujourd'hui. Joelle and Mike have come together to learn the best of what each has to offer, appreciating their differences, indeed strengthened by them, and confirming that being together is far better than being apart from one another. They're grateful that you've chosen to be here, and by your presence, you honor their decision to continue their journey, now as husband and wife. You're part of their past, and by your presence here, you promise to care and uphold them as they move into this future. Et cette promesse solennelle qu'ils rendent publique aujourd'hui annonce avec sincérité ce lien qu'ils partagent. Il est donc approprié que vous, leurs familles, leurs amis, soyez présents pour être témoins et pour participer à leur mariage. À travers votre amour et votre amitié, chacun d'entre vous a contribué au développement personnel de Joelle et Mike et à leur cheminement en tant que couple. Alors, avec votre support et votre appui, ils sont aujourd'hui prêts à s'engager l'un vers l'autre, sans retenue et pour la vie. Joelle and Mike also wish to acknowledge those other loved ones who could not be present to share in this joy, but who are with them in heart, mind, and spirit, and whom we're certain also celebrate with them. Ils désirent remercier aussi leurs parents, car leurs regards bienveillants sur eux leur ont aidé à pousser droit, à grandir comme il faut, bien enracinés, avec plein de rêves à réaliser. And they would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank their parents for the wonderful lives they've given them, for the guidance they've provided, for their everlasting love, support, and encouragement. And these parents and grandparents deserve a wild round of applause too. The word love, it is used as an expression of affection towards someone else or something else, and it's often used almost without much thought. But committed love is one of the most precious experiences that is offered to humankind. At its best, it reduces our selfishness because we want to give to another, to feel joy in the joy of that other. It magnifies our best qualities and makes life far more meaningful because we get to share and bring out the best of us and learn from our worst. Dans une relation d'amitié et d'amour, on se raconte tout, nos petites anecdotes de la journée, nos divers tracas et péripéties. Petit à petit, on se fond à l'autre. On devient un peu un refuge l'un pour l'autre. Aussi, Lorsque la relation est soumise à des épreuves, celles-ci nous permettent à définir la vision que l'on a pour soi, pour son couple et pour son avenir. En effet, nous gagnons une foi et une confiance en créant une fondation solide à notre mariage. Maintenant, la tâche est de construire sur cette base solide. You know, it's love that gives the deepest meaning to our lives. It's our highest calling. It's our greatest purpose, and it's our finest achievement. Being able to share their wedding day with you, surrounded by your love and support, is a true blessing. And knowing that your best wishes go forward with Joelle and Mike strengthens them as they embark upon their journey as husband and wife. So may the years deal gently with them, and walking together, may they find far more in life than either would have found alone. Mike and Joelle's lives have gravitated around a connected circle of friends for more than a decade, originally not knowing just how important they would one day be to one another. Matt Desjardins has been in Mike's life since childhood, while Joelle has known Matt's wife and Joelle's maid of honor, Kim Yurkowski, since high school. And so it was, on a cold January morning 2017, that a casual chat brought them together. Joelle was frantically preparing to depart for a destination wedding in Cabos, while Mike was simply trying to survive the Ottawa snowfall. Over the course of a week, and countless messages between the two, a bond was forged. And let's say that it was soundly mutual. Mike discovered Joelle's alleged love for hot chocolate.
Oh no.
Taking the bait set by Joelle, Mike suggested that upon her return from Cabos, that a hot chocolate date be set. Step one, done. And hot chocolate was but a ruse. When the time finally came, they had opted for a complete dinner and dessert kind of date. Mike would make reservations at what he described to be the very best restaurant in Ottawa.
Oh, shit.
Mike is a man of simple pleasures and was convinced that the restaurant he'd chosen, the Black Tomato, was the best spot in town. The Black Tomato had in fact closed its doors.
It's true.
Permanently.
It's true. It's true.
Not the best start. However, Joelle was prepared, as usual,
As she always is.
and suggested one of her favorite spots in Ottawa, Anthony's Pizza. Casual and easy first date. Joelle did a large majority of the talking, while Mike listened and laughed, his Seth Rogen-esque laugh, at all the incredible stories that she shared. Date number 1 was pure success, and both Mike and Joelle were eager for their next and each one that followed. And before they knew it, their adventures had taken them across Canada to Victoria, BC, across the Atlantic to Italy, and down south to Mexico. Months turned into years, and every so often the subject of marriage would pop up. Both Mike and Joelle have always been on the same page. Marriage and children, definitely in the future. Joelle proved to be a tad impatient and would make jokes about one day finding an engagement ring, jokingly checking pockets and bags in anticipation. The question was never if an engagement would happen, but rather when it would take place. Mike has always said it will happen when she least expects it. During their 2-week trip to Italy, Joelle expected it. During the festive Christmas period, Joelle expected it. During Joelle's signature birthday month, Joelle expected it. Just a year ago, a plan was put to paper. Mike would ask Joelle to marry him. The ring was ordered, and it was just a matter of delivery and popping the question. They planned a trip to New York City for the beginning of September 2019, and with it, Joelle's suspicion grew, as it had with the previous trips. Originally, Mike planned to propose to Joelle the night before they were scheduled to depart for New York City. Knew she'd expected it. Well, now, Joelle, not being a morning person, enjoys the warm comfort of her bed, and handles with ease the snooze button. So it was decided Mike would propose to Joelle the morning of one of her days off, a Monday, August 19th, 2019 to be exact. During the early hours of that Monday, Mike got up and put on some socks to help mask the sound of heavy footsteps. He made his way to the basement and would begin removing the 8 extra large bags of red and white balloons he had managed to blow up, strategically hiding them. He filled the main level of the house with them and created a candle path of lights from the bedroom to the main living area where he had placed the ring in its box atop a covered stool. All he had to do now was wait. Mike waited and waited and waited some more. Well, louder music might do it. The song, Loving You Easy by Zac Brown Band. Dazed and confused, Joelle opened the door to find the candle path leading through all the balloons to a red ring box, and she began to cry. And finally answered that all-important question by a resounding yes. And that's what brings us here today. Joelle and Mike, your relationship has grown and developed over the last few years into a loving and abiding commitment. It's a partnership that is alive and ever-changing, always inviting you to grow and to experience the fullness of life. How you regard each other and how you behave towards each other will determine the destiny of your union. It's your creation together. It's your full responsibility. Cette nouvelle route sur laquelle vous vous embarquez ne sera pas toujours facile, mais le temps et l'effort que vous y mettrez en vaudra la peine. Vous cheminerez plus doucement si vous y mettez de la bonté, de la douceur et bien sûr un peu d'humour. Offrez à votre relation toutes les valeurs essentielles, la patience, la vulnérabilité, la confiance, et apportez-y les soins minutieux, ce qui permettra de créer un mariage qui sera source de joie, dans lequel vous arriverez à grandir en amour et trouver la plénitude. And let your hearts be truly safe and at home with each other. Le respect, la confiance et la fidélité mutuelle sont le fondement d'une relation saine et équilibrée, lui permettant de croître année après année. And be generous in expressing your love. Be open to receiving love from each other. Be flexible and forgiving with each other, and let your relationship be a catalyst that transforms you into your highest selves. Be kind to your relationship. Nurture it with tender, loving care. Cette responsabilité sacrée et immuable demeure la vôtre. Souhaitons que cette union, que cet amour qui s'inscrit dans la durée mais qui se vit dans le quotidien, soit avec vous pour le restant de vos jours. So now we come to the expression of the intent. This is where we find out if Joelle and Mike still really want to do this. Alors, devant nous tous, témoins ici présents, Joelle et Mike, prenez-vous cet engagement avec la croyance et la certitude que votre amour et votre dévouement l'un envers l'autre vous soutiendront pour toute votre vie ensemble.
We do.
So, Mike, will you embrace Joelle as your wife? Will you stand by her in the triumphs and tragedies of life as a faithful and caring husband?
Always.
Promets-tu de l'aimer, de la chérir, aujourd'hui et pour toujours? Est-ce que tu lui fais la promesse solennelle de rester à ses côtés, ton conjoint fidèle et meilleur ami, dans la maladie ainsi que dans la santé, en temps de tristesse ainsi que de joie, pendant les moments difficiles et les heureux?
Always.
Et Joelle, tu as choisi Mike pour époux. Promets-tu de l'aimer, de le chérir, de le respecter, d'être honnête avec lui, de rester à ses côtés, quitte ce que la vie vous réserve?
I do.
Will you love and respect him and be honest with him always? Do you promise to stand by him as his best friend and faithful partner in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, and through whatever may come?
I do.
And will you both love and respect each other without qualification? Will you confide in each other without hesitation? Will you trust each other without questioning? Need each other without demanding? Want each other without restrictions? And accept each other without change?
I do.
We do.
We do.
We do.
And Mike, do you promise to take part in scavenger hunt-style searches around the house and throughout the neighborhood whenever Joelle misplaces her cell phone?
I do.
And Joelle, do you lovingly promise to uphold and support Mike's continued devotion and dedication to the gym, protein shakes, chicken, and rice?
I do.
And Mike, do you promise to make regular attempts to keep up with Joelle's impulsive trip planning, craft projects, room redecorating, and overall remodeling plans?
I do.
Forever?
Forever. Forever.
And Joelle, do you promise to be one with the force and the force one with you?
I do. I do.
And will you both walk together through all of life's joys and its sorrows, working together to provide love, shelter, sustenance, and satisfaction, mind, body, and soul?
We do.
Et promettez-vous d'être là l'un pour l'autre à la fin d'une longue journée au travail avec un verre de vin et une oreille attentive?
We do.
Always.
2 glasses of water.
As you have given each other your hands to hold, now you give each other your lives to keep. Marriage is not a legal document. No paper nor person can make a marriage, because a marriage is the creation of two people, their promises made and kept. Today, Joelle and Mike, your wedding day is one brief day in time, and although your vows are spoken in a matter of minutes, they are promises that will last a lifetime. Les mots que vous allez échanger représentent l'amour que vous vous êtes promis, car ce ne sont pas seulement les paroles que vous prononcerez aujourd'hui qui vont vous unir, mais plutôt cet amour et cet engagement profond que vous ressentez au fond de votre âme. Nul autre lien humain ni vœux seront aussi importants et solennels que ceux que vous allez maintenant vous échanger. So may I remind you that what you promise today must be renewed tomorrow, and each day that stretches out before you.
Do you want me to drop down?
We didn't even reread this.
Do you need my bigger
start on a
font?
different page though? I have to start on like. Is that the same one?
1 second. Oh yeah, you start there.
On here.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I promise to be your husband, friend, and your forever always. To love you, cherish you, trust and honor you throughout all our life's adventures.
I promise to continue to be your best friend, your greatest fan, your support system, and your loving partner and forever Boswell.
I vow to cherish our love and continue to celebrate it, live it with you side by side, always with joy and laughter.
I vow to love you and care for you in sickness and in health, to respect you, support you, encourage you, and say I love you every day.
I vow to grow old with you, listen to you, learn from you, and share experiences and knowledge with you.
I vow to be there for you on our best days and on our worst days, and to be your safe place.
I promise to respect you, treat you as my equal, my partner, and always treat you with kindness, unselfishness, and trust. And I will work by your side to create a wonderful life together.
And I promise to be faithful, loyal, and supportive, and always make our family's love and happiness my priority.
We got one more bit. Joelle, on this day, I marry my best friend, the one who shares my life, my love, my dreams. Je t'offre cette alliance en...
No, wait later. Wait. You lied.
Oh, my bad.
It's been a crazy day. We'll wait for this.
Retake?
No retake. It's all good. They deserve a round of applause.
There you go. I was like, no, this sounds like something else.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
We
Sorry.
might need this later.
Yeah,
Sorry about
no, I'll give it back.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
give it back. Don't worry.
I jumped off script.
But it was really nice.
Just a preview.
Alors, les promesses faites aujourd'hui se mêleront à la douce brise, emportées par le vent, à résonner dans les montagnes, à s'imprégner dans la terre, de la mer et du ciel, de sorte que vos vues mutuelles vous suivront, où que vous alliez dans la vie, comme un léger murmure de confort. And now, throughout human tradition, when you make a pledge, it's been deemed good to have a token to remind you of that pledge. And for this purpose, you have chosen rings. Made from metals drawn from deep within the earth, may your rings remind you that your love also must be drawn from deep within you. So, Mike, I'm going to ask you to take Joelle's ring.
Either one of you. Both of you. Oh, thank you, sir. Well played. You have to hold your hand.
And as you offer this ring to her, you can repeat after me. You don't have to read it from a card. Joelle, on this day, I marry my best friend,
Joelle, on this day, I marry my best friend.
the one who shares my life,
The one who shares my life,
my love, and my dreams.
my love and my dreams.
Je t'offre cette alliance
Je t'offre cette alliance
en symbole de mon amour,
en symbole de mon amour.
with all that I am,
With all that I am,
with all that I have.
with all that I have,
I honor you as my wife forevermore.
I honor you as my wife forevermore. What's that? There you go.
Alors Joël, tu as l'alliance de Mike? En lui offrant, tu peux répéter après moi. Mike, aujourd'hui, mon meilleur ami devient mon époux.
Mike, aujourd'hui, mon meilleur ami devient mon époux.
Celui qui partage tout ce que je suis.
Celui qui
partage.
partage tout ce que je suis.
I offer this ring to you
I offer this ring to you
as a sign of my love,
as a sign of my love,
with all that I am,
with all that I am,
with all that I have.
with all that I have.
I honor you as my husband forevermore.
I honor you as my husband forevermore.
Ces alliances marquent le début d'une belle et grande aventure pour vous deux. Alors portez-la fièrement,
There you go, Don.
car elle représente l'amour que vous partagez. And now, may the love which has brought you together continue to grow and enrich your lives. May you meet with courage the problems which arise to challenge you, and may your relationship be always one of love and trust. May the happiness you share today be with you always, and may every word you have pledged here be a living truth in your lives. Vous venez de déclarer solennellement de vivre exclusivement l'un avec l'autre par le lien du mariage. Vos échanges de vœux et d'anneaux affirment le caractère unique de votre engagement. Alors qu'il vous soit donné, Joelle et Mike, de vivre jour après jour la réalité de votre amour. And we've heard your promises to share your lives in marriage, and we recognize and respect the promises you've made here before each of us as witnesses. Therefore, in the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and you may begin this crazy thing called marriage with a kiss.
We went. Me too. There's a song.
Baby. Do it again. Yeah. I love you. Yeah. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
This way?
Yeah.
I'm in the words that you don't know, cause I'm finding an angel off my lips.
I hope that's gonna dissolve.
And it don't get no better than this.
Maybe. So beautiful. Yeah, that's where we're going.
What is fair? We walk the line and try to see
Oh,